17-yard line. Niners take over first and 10 at their own 17-yard line.
So from the 17 now, here's a first and 10. Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones. And not a whole lot to speak of there as they'll bring him down shy of the 20. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Brings up 2nd and 8.
Off-play action. Jones. He'll fire deep downfield from Lamb. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Denzel Ward. And the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line. And certainly, look, you're on the road in the playoffs. That is a suboptimal start, opening drive INT.
And, partner, sometimes I wonder, do these teams talk about it to such an extent that maybe you almost talk yourself into the turnover when you're trying to avoid it?
Yeah, maybe they get a little too worried about keeping the football, and then you give it to the other team right off the bat. And, look, we said it, on the road, this is just a terrible, terrible start for them.
It is, and now they've got to rely on their defense.
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3.
35-yard line.
Here's Jerick McKinnon, his first carry of the ball game. And he gets it down to the 32. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down. Now, these two teams, the Saints and Niners, they played maybe the game of the year of the NFL in 2019. Had 94 points between them. Lead changes left and right. Breeze had 5 touchdowns, 4 for Garoppolo. And you might remember the catch and stiff-arming run by George Kittle where he just refused to go down. And then in the end, it was Robbie Gould who would kick the field goal as time expired, and the Niners would win it 48-46. 8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. So the shotgun snap to Allen. They'll find Miller. That's complete. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 13-yard line. His first reception of the divisional round matchup, and it's good for a first down as well.
13-yard line.
Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be 2nd down.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
Back to the air on 2nd down. It's Allen. They'll roll him out right. He's going to take off with it. And he takes it inside the 10 to the 8 before he's out of bounds. He'll end up getting 5 out of that, but now they're looking at 3rd down.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
Here's McKinnon on the draw. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. Just a yard on the run there, and that's going to bring us to a 4th down.
Well, this was just simply excellent defense. On this 3rd down, they had to be alert for the possibility of a pass, but that didn't stop them at all from understanding what was going on when they decided to run the football. They just swarmed and stopped them for almost no gain.
Every possession in the postseason magnified, and look, it's just the opening drive. They didn't get the touchdown they wanted, but at least they got on the board.
They got on the board. They've got their home crowd into it as well. And remember, in the playoffs, the game slows down a little bit, so every point is precious.
And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line.
At their own
the 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, only gave up 3 points off of that, so it shouldn't be a difficult play to overcome.
It really shouldn't, as long as you're not listening to the chatter coming from the other side, because when you throw a pick, look, I know defensive backs, they have a tendency to be a little bit loud after they take one away, but they also have a tendency to gamble a little bit more, thinking they'll get a second one. Maybe they can take advantage of that with some double moves.
8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down.
It's a gain of 8, and it brings up third down.
Off the play fake. Jones. Flush to his right. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. That third down conversion good for 23. Throwing on first down. Jones. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
Normally you think the tight end's going to be able to catch the football and handle that contact, but in this case, maybe a little too much target to hit. That one was timed well. Incomplete.
Some tough running, but it only gets him to the 45. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
And it's third down.
Here's Jones to throw on third down. He sets up the screen to Jones. And he'll take this to the 47, but no further, as they get him down well short of the line to gain. They'll get only a yard out of that, and it'll bring up 4th down. So it looks like the offense isn't going anywhere. They're going to go for it on 4th and 7. They'll try and throw for it here. Escaping the pressure right. He can run for it, and he will. A good decision in the end to pull it and run, gets him 9 yards and a first. Last drive, remember, similar situation. He forced a ball into coverage through the pick. He learned better there.
Yeah, similar to a golfer that's confronted with a shot that you just can't make. Sometimes you have to take your medicine, as they say, right? Just pull it down, take off, and go. Don't make something worse than what it was.
And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
On 2nd and 12, Jones gets this to his running back, Aaron Jones. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints' 34-yard line. 12 yards there as they move the chains.
First down.
Now Jones throwing on first down. And that's complete to Jesse James. Oh, and now he bowls him over. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. No catches for him in the wild card win last week, but he's got a first quarter grab here.
San Francisco.
3 tight ends in the ball game here on 1st and 10. They go back to the ground with Jones. And he's got 4 down inside the 20 to the 18.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4.
Chauncey Gardner-Johnson on the tackle. First and goal.
3-0 after 1 on EA Sports.
That's the end of the first quarter with the score Saints 3, 49ers nothing.
Now Jones. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. It's 2nd and goal, back to the 8-yard line now.
I have a feeling they'll stay committed to running the football, especially on the early downs. They just haven't had a whole lot of success just yet.
Jones now. Off play action. This will be caught at about the 6. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. The tally there, minus 2 yards, brings up 3rd down. From the gun, Jones. Buying time to his left. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Mack Wilson. And he'll take this across midfield and inside the 45. No doubt, a very disappointing end to what was a pretty strong opening drive.
They had 3 points in their back pocket. It was there for them. If you don't like what you see, just throw it away. Make sure you get those points on the board. Don't get too greedy. He forced it there. You saw the end result.
Now Allen. The 20. That'll be caught. Rager with it. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Call that a very strong gain of 24. Result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down.
Butler on the tackle.
And a lot of times, these plays, they either go for nothing or they go for big yardage. And here, they got to the outside, turned it upfield, and ended up getting a nice little gain out of it.
On second and 2, Allen. He lost the football. And now it's a scooped up by the 49ers. He's at the 50. The 40, past the 20. And they will finally get him, but not until he's all the way down inside the 15-yard line. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. Here's Jones. And this play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back to the 15. Vita Vea stopped that play in its tracks. Now on second and 13. Jones to the end zone, but it's incomplete. The Pro Bowler DeAndre Hopkins, the intended receiver. And it's 3rd down.
I tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, it's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there to force an incompletion.
Jones, off the play fake, and he's going to go down. He's sacked back at the 24. Mack Wilson in there to get him for a loss of 9 yards, and that also leads to 4th down.
And out.
Now it's Chris Boswell on for the field goal try. And this one a 41-yard attempt. And Boswell's kick is good. And that will tie us at 3-3. So not sure how they feel about that. They had golden field position to start the drive after the fumble recovery, but they went backward and then got 3.
Well, let's go from gold to silver, because the silver lining is they got the 3, right? You were talking about the golden field position. They didn't take advantage of it. That has to feel like a letdown.
You always stand ready to pounce.
Always. J.J. Handler on the return. The Saints take over 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And last time they coughed it up, led to a field goal. They're fortunate that it only led to a field goal, but still, they're not happy about it.
Could you sense the relief, though, when they only gave up the field goal and they were able to trot back out on the field and start this drive? A little more pep in their step because they didn't cost their team a touchdown. But they know they've got to do it a lot better than they did on the last possession.
The coach will just be relieved, though, if they recoup with a score here, right?
I think the coach will be ecstatic to see them pick themselves back up and now take it downfield, punch in the end zone without turning it over.
Taking a deep shot here. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. That one covers 29 yards. 1st down. Now a carry for Dobbins. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. J.K. Dobbins, 40 yards. And the Saints have taken the lead.
sometimes running plays hit or break so fast, there's no reaction time from the secondary. So I've got to give credit to the offensive line for creating that hole so suddenly. And how decisive was he to take that cut and just go? No one downfield there to stop him.
Taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line.
25-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And it's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
On 2nd and 9, Jones looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Jones.
Jones pass.
Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy out in the flat.
Hey, so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. But earlier in the game, it was touchdown or interception. Now he got to the check down, a nice safe throw, and a good one.
2 catches now in this divisional round matchup. That one, a first down.
49ers.
Out of the shotgun, it's Jones. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Kari Willis there to bring him down.
Brings up 2nd and 10.
Second quarter action, 2 minutes to go on divisional round weekend. Throwing on 2nd down, Jones. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. They had the incomplete pass on 2nd down. Now they need a big play here, 3rd and 10.
And 10 yards to go.
Operating from the gun, Jones. Oh, Jones has just thrown his 3rd interception. It's Devin White, the linebacker. And he'll get this one out to the 50 to the midfield stripe. So that is 3 interceptions now in this first half, and you hate to ask the question, but let's be honest, we're thinking about it. Do you need to go in a different direction next series?
Potentially. We know that he's probably not going to be on the Pro Bowl ballot. That's not really his stature here, but he has been their starting quarterback for this game. So they've got to weigh things about who's behind him. Do they think he can snap it back into gear? Maybe change up the play calling to help him out a little bit.
On 2nd down, a run with Dobbins. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
Now this is an example of breaking down a defense, because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
The Super Bowl hero, Malcolm Butler, makes a stop.
At the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back to help them feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets it down to the 30 there.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get it out to your running back, and it could turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
Laundry on the field. This is going to be a false start on the offense.
Sometimes you have to slow things down a little bit when things get heated. The cadence has to be slow and deliberate at times to make sure your team's ready to go.
Throwing is Allen on 3rd. Eluding the pressure right. It's intercepted. He went on the move there and started rolling out. I thought there was a window, but that window closed quickly. Intercepted.
And sometimes, despite how big your arm talent is, you don't get enough on a throw when you're on the move as opposed to setting your feet and stepping into one. That may have been the case there. and the defense certainly benefited.
That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's second down.
At the 26-yard line.
From the gun, Jones. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. CeeDee Lamb is intended target, and it'll bring up third down.
Third down. And well.
Now Jones. We'll drop this underneath for Jones. And a good job on the tackle there as they get him down shy of the first on the 35-yard strike. And they're going to take a timeout defensively. So with fourth down coming up, they go ahead and burn it and say we'll see what happens. On fourth down, here's Sam Martin on to kick it away. And great special teams work here. This is knocking on the door of the 5. They'll spot it at the 6-yard line.
I absolutely love the flexibility of these punters. Their leg drive, able to get it way up in the air, and that allows the punt team to get down there and down it inside the 10 because they've had some time.
They'll indeed try to run it out as they start on the ground. And they'll get him down up past the 15-yard line. So we've come upon halftime here in this NFC divisional round matchup. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report.
Chris Boswell set to kick off.
A trip to the NFC title game hanging in the balance. Second half action back underway. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. He finds an opening past the 40. He's at the 40. 20. 10. Touchdown, New Orleans. J.K. Dobbins. His second touchdown of the night. And the Saints add on to their lead. I don't think you can get any more efficient or tidy, whatever word you want to use in that. Man, one play, 75 yards in zone.
Yeah, efficient, tidy, excellent words. How about explosive? 75 yards, one play. That means everyone handled their assignment, doesn't it? It doesn't just mean that the defense broke down. They really executed the way that was drawn up on the whiteboard. Big-time play, big-time result.
Taken in the end zone. Out here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17.
1st and 10.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And their halftime hole now even deeper. And they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger. But no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing. And try and get back to where you were to start the half.
Brings up 2nd and 4.
There's Jones. Off play action. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. It's Kyle Duggar who picks it. And they will finally stop him, but a great return. Gets that football all the way down to the 16-yard line.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
Allen now looks to throw. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
And to put it mildly, this is a tough spot defensively. They have to come right back out and defend their red zone. But how about that good first step towards forcing them to settle for at least 3 points? I think they're also thinking bigger right now. Imagine being able to stop them totally and change the momentum.
And look at this. For the second straight play, the 49er defense drops him for a loss. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. On the counter now, it's Dobbins. And a pretty nice tackle there, ranging up from his free safety spot as he'll stop him about a yard short. It's a pickup of 13, but they're still a bit short, and it'll be 4th down. The offense here not budging. They're going to fight for it on 4th and inches. And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. Taking it in from 7 yards away. And the Saints take advantage of field position on the turnover to cash in for 6. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21 points.
The score, Saints 24, 49ers 3.
And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. Taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They're down 3 touchdowns to this point, needing to put something together as they have it 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Incomplete. Another throw there off the mark, and obviously he's battled all of the interceptions. Things just haven't been true to form for him. I don't know. What do you think's going on out there, CD?
That's a great question, and my suspicion is he's been coached really well to not show that he's having a problem. You know, they always tell you no matter what, you keep throwing the football with confidence. Well, we're not seeing a confident thrower right now. He's off balance, the passing game's off balance, and the defense is taking advantage.
Now Jones on 3rd down. Flushed out right. He may try and run for this. And he's going to be brought down short of the first at about the 31-yard line. Decent gain on the scramble to 6, but now it's 4th.
6 yards on the play. Brings up 4th down.
This offense converted once on 4th down earlier. Now they're out there again to try once more. And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by Julian Blackman. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. A big play there by the rookie. An interception followed by the return for 6 points.
If you want to be accepted by your teammates and coaching staff, make plays like that.
And that'll increase their lead to 28.
Makes the score Saints 31, 49ers 3. Josh Lambeau set to kick off.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. Taken about 7 yards deep. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
On the return, the Niners take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And fresh off the pick 6, they've got to forget about that quickly.
In this case now, the guy throwing the ball, he's going to be like what we talk about with defensive backs who get beat for a long touchdown. Short-term memory, right back out there doing the things that he does best, and knowing that taking care of the ball is paramount. Here's his opportunity.
All comes back to those defensive backs for the former DB, right?
I don't know where that comes from. It just kind of emerges out of me for some reason.
Deep in there. Give him 9 there on the 1st down completion. And they'll employ the jumbo set now on 2nd and 1.
2nd and a yard at the 42-yard line.
Throwing Jones. Got his man complete over the middle. It's James.
Complete to Jesse.
A gain there of 21 yards. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Now left side, a completion to his tight end. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion that would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion, but I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating, there he is, and they passed him off to each defender.
first and
ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And that'll get him halfway there as he takes it from the 6 to the 3-yard line.
Well, they certainly have been able to get him going and establish the run, so I think it's time to abandon that plan and start chucking it all over the park. And you know who's excited about that? The defensive front. They got a chance to pin their ears back and get after him now.
Second down and goal. Jones. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. Third and goal now, mere inches from pay dirt.
Third down and goal at the 3-yard line.
Here's Jones. And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. Tough sledding. They lose a yard there on third.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
Chris Boswell on for the field goal. A 21-yard attempt.
Boswell's kick is good. And that drops a deficit from 28 to 25. I'm kind of surprised by that they kicked the field goal. I guess you get some points, but this deficit third quarter, I don't know.
Yeah, I don't either. And I'm with you on that one. When you're down that much, kicking a field goal, does it feel a little bit maybe waving the white flag and just want to get out of here? Yeah, I think you got to go ahead and try and get some bigger points on the board.
Take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. They've really distanced themselves. They have put the pedal to the metal, I guess, so to speak.
So definitely have them in the rearview mirror, don't they? I mean, you're exactly right. Being able to string together these drives that end up in points, it's almost like a run in basketball to create that distance, and they're on a really big-time one right now.
It becomes contagious, doesn't it?
It absolutely does, because oftentimes it translates to your defense as well, because they're excited about getting the ball back for their offense that's playing so well.
Well, they are clicking right now. And lucky to get away with one there. That one nearly picked. Second down.
Similar to a shooter in basketball, just connected on the previous shot. They run another set for him on the next play. Now, we have a guy who made the catch. They try to get the big one downfield, but came up empty.
Give him 7 there on the tuck and run, and they're in better shape now for third.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the third one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
They'll look to pick it up with McKinnon. And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to leave them with a fourth down. The offense staying out. They're going to go on 4th and 2. They're going for it with Dobbins. And he's going to have the first down, yardage to the 35. Just a gain of 3, but they'll certainly take it as they convert on 4th down.
First and 10 at the 35-yard line.
The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down. On play action, Allen. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
Oftentimes when you're losing a game and the team's still throwing with this kind of a lead, you start playing a little more physically. And they took that opportunity right there to be extremely physical and force that incompletion.
He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And it will be intercepted. Picked up by Jordan Poyer. And a great return as they're finally able to take him down. They needed a break. They needed to make a play here in the third quarter defensively. They did that. Now they got to go quickly and get some points on the board.
And the best part is that they made their own break. Taking the ball away. Now they just look at their offense and saying, guys,
let's go.
Come on, capitalize on this one.
Jones now on 1st and 10. And now here's another interception. It's Devin Wright, the linebacker. And he will